morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. How's everybody's weekend going? What is going on, folks? Shout out to all of you in the chat. What is going on? Hopefully, you're all enjoying your Saturday. We'll talk about last night's game and, talk about today's game. But what a disaster it was last night. I mean, one of the worst losses, right? But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I know there's a lot of frustrated fans out there, and I do understand you have every right to be frustrated. I'm frustrated too. Trust me, I am very frustrated. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with anybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, any support that you all give to this channel is greatly appreciated, and I do thank you. And also, make sure you all are hitting the emojis there on the bottom right corner. It does help the channel out with the algorithms. So if you all do that for me, I would also appreciate that as well. But last night's game was a disaster, but we're going to talk about that here momentarily. Let me say what's up to the people in the chat. Ken, what's going on? Good morning to you. Jonathan, good morning. Jared, what's up, Jared? FJ, what's going on? Nosebleed section, what's going on? What's up? What's up? Who else we got in the chat today? We got, I saw some names. Oh, Eunice Rivera Moroto, what's going on? Yeah, for sure, man. You know, I didn't do a pregame yesterday. I didn't go live yesterday. Usually I do a pregame, but I didn't have any time. I was a little busy yesterday, so I was had to tackle some things. So I was like, you know what? Let me go live this morning and just start chatting it up with everybody. And I want to get everybody's thoughts and feelings on yesterday's game or last night's game, and talk about today's game. You know, I mean, I'm still going to continue doing live streams whether this team wins or loses. I mean, that's just what I'm going to do. And shout out to my guy Ken, who gifted a membership to one of our subscribers on the channel. Ken, thank you so much, man. Thank you for your generosity. Greatly appreciated, folks. I have memberships available, super chats, buy me a coffee. Sometimes you'll get other subscribers gifting other subscribers a membership. So greatly appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me, believe me. So we got Stephen B in the building. What's up, Stephen B? Oh, you're at Foxwood. What is Foxwoods? I'm not familiar. But yeah, folks, that was a bad loss. That was a terrible loss yesterday. You know, we thought, okay, they're up 3-1, bottom of the ninth. All right, here's Clay Holmes. He's got 2 outs. He's 1 strike away with 1 man on. And all of a sudden, boom, he gives up a 2-run shot to Yoshida. And the game is tied up 3-3. So frustrating, right? Another blown, it's a blown save by Clay Holmes. That's his 5th blown save of the season. The Yankees bullpen in the last 20 games have an ERA of 5.33. You know, the bullpen was a bright spot for the Yankees in the beginning of the season, but it has been a disaster as of late. Yeah, they got injuries. The lineup, is still not where it needs to be. There's still some injuries with the lineup, as you all know. But I'm just disappointed with how the game ended last night. It was not a great win, it wasn't a great game. You know, it would have been if they won. Obviously the game went into extra innings. Tommy Kahnle gave up a 2-run shot. And the Yankees had an opportunity in the bottom of the 10th and just did not make it happen. You know, they had men on the corners, 1st and 3rd. You know, Verdugo and Judge both pop out. And then, the game was just all around, the way it ended was just an absolute disaster. Talk about a collapse, and that was a collapse. That was a big collapse, and again, disappointing. Disappointing. It was just not the way it needed to end. But there needs to be changes. I mean, I hate to say it, you can't continue with Gleyber Torres, right? He's back to his slumping ways. You can't continue with DJ LeMahieu, unfortunately, which pains me to say that because, DJ LeMahieu was once a great offensive bat. I mean, he was great with the bat, great defensively. I mean, DJ was the man, but now, they need to make some changes. I don't know. it's going to happen it's got to happen at the deadline. They should probably be calling some of their young prospects up. I mean, there's some options that they could be calling up to fill in these roles, but it's bad. It's bad. But who else we got here? And I'm gonna look at yesterday's box score, and just kind of give you an idea of how bad this, especially the bats have been pretty bad. Nestor Cortes has, you couldn't have asked for a better outing from Nestor Cortes. He had a fantastic outing. He had 8 strikeouts, gave up a run, only gave up a few hits. So Nestor Cortes did his job last night. Only had 1 walk, I believe. He did a good job. He did what he needed to do, Nestor Cortes. But the bats still didn't come through like they should be. But again, I'll get into the box score. Let me get to some of the comments here, because we got Kevin, who just joined the chat. What's up, Kevin? Last night was the most I was down as a Yankees fan this season. Yeah, I mean, there's been some games where they got blown out so bad, but last night was a heartbreaker. I mean, that's not the way you want to lose a game. And look, if Clay Holmes is not the closer, I mean, who is it? Who's the closer? A lot of folks are talking about Jack Neely being his potential replacement. I would love to see that. I think Jack Neely, he needs to be called up. He's been absolutely killing it down there in the minors. He's ready to go. I know that. FJ is saying, I know there's no one to replace Holmes right now, but it's time to start considering. Yeah. How about, yeah, I mean, that was another thing that people were, fans were talking about, was Volpe's mistake early in the game, which, could have been a contributor to why the Yankees lost, but ultimately Clay Holmes blew the save, unfortunately. I mean, as much as we don't want to say that, but he did. It was, it was on him. He had it. It was there, and Yoshida hit a home run, tied the game up. What's up, Jacob? How you doing? Or you just wanted to pop in and support you? Yeah, appreciate you, man. Appreciate your support. Thank you. Yeah, back pop-up pitches. What's up, Frank? How you doing? Need changes. Yeah, I mean, listen, look, if the Yankees don't want to lose another series, they obviously have to win later on today. I mean, they're gonna play at 1:00 or 1:05. So, they have to win tonight or today. There's no excuses. So, if they're trying to avoid losing another series, also, they're on a 4-game losing streak. They need to snap out of that. Garrett Cole's going to pitch today, so hopefully he has a great outing. Hopefully he continues his good outing from Sunday when he pitched against Toronto. He had an excellent outing there. I'm curious to see what the lineup is going to be. I'm hoping the lineup comes out while I'm still live. I'm trying to keep the live stream to about an hour, maybe just a little over an hour, because I do have to take care of some things this morning on my end. But I'm hoping the lineup comes out while we're going live, and we'll talk about the lineup. Yeah, easy changes, in my opinion. Neely, Vivas, Ramirez. Yep. So I would love to see Vivas up. Jack Neely, definitely. No doubt. Yeah, no, they didn't. Well, the Yankees are limited right now because right now they have players that are hurt, right? Giancarlo Stanton's hurt, and some of their depth pieces are also hurt too. Like with Giancarlo being hurt, they could have called up Jason Dominguez, and he's hurt, right? Everson Pereira is hurt. John Birdie is hurt. So, like, the injury bug just hit people all at the same time. It all came at the same time. We'll go on IL. I mean, he should. I don't, that groin has been a problem for him, I think. Holmes' performance wasn't the worst of the night. Suarez, the Padres came in 7-2. Suarez gave up and Granny a 2-run. I mean, shoot, you talk about a blown save. My goodness. Yeah, that's a blown save, all right. I mean, yeah, that wasn't Clay Holmes' worst performance. I'm not saying it was his worst performance, but he had it, man. That game was in the bag, you know. I just maybe it was luck. Maybe Clay Holmes isn't the closer. I don't know. All right, I don't know. I know there's still some fans out there that are saying that the Yankees should have signed Josh Hader, but I'm not signing. I don't want a $19 million a year closer. No thanks. Jacob, do I like Ben Rice at leadoff? You know, he's been hitting as of late, right? He's been a bright spot. He's been one of the few bright spots on this team. Do I want him leading? Do I think that moving him to lead off was a good idea? I like the idea. I understand why they moved him there, but I was thinking, I like it for now, right? I just hope it doesn't change his approach at the plate. I hope he continues hitting the same way he has been, and which he has been. I just hope that he doesn't overdo it, if that makes sense. Because remember when Anthony Volpe got moved up to the leadoff spot, he was slumping big time, and he was trying to do too much. But I like the idea of Ben hitting leadoff. I like Ben at either at the leadoff, even at the cleanup spot at this point. I'll be honest with you, because Verdugo has not been playing well at the number 4 spot. A lot of folks were saying maybe you could move Verdugo to the leadoff spot, which he's done. He has led off before. I don't know if that would change anything for Verdugo. But to the answer to your question for Ben at leadoff, I like it. I just hope it doesn't. I just hope he doesn't change his approach completely. So, yeah, what Suarez did doesn't affect the Yankees. I think Ken is just trying to say like that. Trying to compare the both the closers' performance, and yeah, Suarez blowing that big time was not great, but right now it's like we're just worried about the Yankees right now, and yeah, that game should have been won yesterday. So if bring up Peraza or Vivas. I mean, Peraza's he's one of your best defensive infielders, especially. Peraza's been actually playing well. Vivas has been killing the ball. I'm liking both of those guys. I mean, they're I mean, how much worse can they be? How much worse can they be than Torres? I'm just saying. I'm just asking. I think either one of those guys are going to be better options than Gleyber Torres. I'm sorry, but you got to bring one of those guys up. Something needs to happen, because I mean the other thing I was thinking about this morning was, what if the Yankees lose, or like they lose 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox, or even worse, they get swept by the Red Sox? Then what if they lose to the Orioles? What if they lose to the Rays? They're on this big losing streak before the All-Star break. And if they all of a sudden lose all the series and lose all these games, then what? I mean, you would hope the Yankees would act, right? Let's hope that's not the case. I don't want that to be the case. I'm hoping that they win some of these games before the All-Star break, because their schedule in July is not easy, and it's not. And it's hard. It's going to be a hard schedule. August becomes a little easier. Tonkin, look, he's good, but I don't know that I would put him as a closer. I like where he is right now. I'm not sure about him being the closer. I'd wait on that, honestly. He owned his mistake after the game. I mean, yeah, good for owning his mistake. Players make mistakes. I mean, it's going to happen. The worst of them and the best of them, they're all going to make mistakes. But that was a costly one, unfortunately, right? So, like you had said before, this team doesn't know fundamentals. Yeah, Frank. I mean, this team is lacking fundamentals right now. As of late. They're lacking fundamentals. They need to get back to the fundamentals. They need to put the ball in play. They need to get guys on base and score the guys that are on base. Like I'm not sure what's going on here. These guys need to do a better job. That's all there's to it. Yeah, they're 1-6 in extra innings. They're also, since 2022, they're 4-21 now in extra innings. I mean, the Yankees in extra innings is a nightmare. Every time it goes into extra innings, I get worried. It's pretty bad. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, just stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. And he didn't. He blew the game. That was a bad blown save from Clay Holmes. Unfortunately, it just did not work. Yeah, no, I see you. Easy changes in your opinion. Neely, Vivas, Ramirez. It'll go up today. I'd love to see it. But we'll see if those changes go down. When, I don't know. But if the Yankees continue on this slump that they're on, because over the last 2 weeks it's been bad. So changes. Something needs to happen. All right. What's up, Dev? How you doing? How's your days? Offense needs work. Pitchers stop swinging at first pitch, doing lots of exactly. They need to be more patient at the plate, right? As far as the bats go, they need to be more patient at the plate. They're not being patient at the plate, and sometimes you need to take those pitches. We will lose today. Trevino's catching. We will get exposed again, but Bellinger will be here next week. Yeah, we'll see about. I know some fans are calling for or asking for a trade for Bellinger. Is Trevino catching today? Well, probably, because Garrett Cole is pitching. Although, I don't know. I'd still continue with Austin Wells. Yeah, it just wasn't their game. Nestor had a great game. The time for excuses is over. It's time for management to decide what changes they are going to make. Look how good the Red Sox are. Yeah, there's teams out there that do a good job playing their youngsters. The Yankees need to do the same thing. Plain and simple. We need to get a couple of swings and miss pitchers in our bullpen if we want to. Yeah, well, they need some bullpen arms that are strikeout guys, no doubt. I agree with that 100% there, Kevin. Pitching, getting out of that jam was amazing. Yeah, Luke Weaver was, he's been a bright spot in that bullpen. He's been one of the few bright spots out of that bullpen. I like Luke Weaver. I remember when he got signed, a lot of fans were calling that a dumpster dive signing, but he's been one of the bright spots in that bullpen. He can't do it all by himself. All the guys need to step up. Hopefully, with some of the reinforcements coming back, that bullpen will be better, and hopefully with some of the trades that they make. I know they're going to be looking at bullpen arms now. Hopefully, they're looking at some lefty bullpen arms. Could have, should have, but didn't. The boys blew it. Not the first time, not the last. Well, yeah, you got that right. What's up, Gregory? It's beyond the slump. More than a month. Many replacements in order. I agree. Some things need to change. Some things need to change. We can't say a player all of a sudden is hitting. It's like, okay, well, they're back. Then all of a sudden they go back to a slump. There needs to be some sort of consistency. We need to, there needs to be some fresh faces up there. Was it me or was Cora laughing when Yoshida tied it? He probably was laughing. He was laughing. Alex Cora, I'm sure he was laughing like, haha, we got him. We got him again. The Back It Up Binge podcast. What's up? It's my first time seeing you on the channel. Welcome. Yanks are fine so long as Judge, Soto stay healthy. Close spring training almost over. Schmidt will be back. Yep. Yanks make the playoffs. Rough patch. They'll be fine. I like the positivity, man. I appreciate it. And based on your profile picture, you must be an Orioles fan. I know, Captain Obvious, right? But I just want to make sure we're that I'm correct on this. And yeah, your guys, right? You guys right now are in first place, 3 games ahead in the division. It's gonna be a tight one, man, between the Orioles and the Yankees. So, but how are you feeling about the Orioles? Let me know there. Back It Up Binge podcast. I like that name. That's a pretty cool name. Kevin's saying, I'm sure management is working on moves to make around the deadline, but we have to remember that the draft is coming up in almost a week. The draft is important also. Yeah, 100%, Kevin, 100%. You are correct. And yep, as an O's fan, I seem to be the only one defending the Yankees. Yeah, no, it's all good, man. Listen, I appreciate you, and I as a Yankees fan, and some of us Yankees content creators, we give credit to the Orioles. You all have You all have a great team. You all have a great farm system. I'm not going to sit here and deny it, right? Um, you know, yeah, you guys are killing it. You guys are killing it. I mean, how are you feeling about the Orioles as far as your team goes, man? Let me know in the chat. I think the Orioles have a good team. I said in the beginning of the season, like, this is going to be a very tight race in the AL East between the Yankees and the Orioles. Whoever finishes first place, I think it's not going to be by much. It's going to be very, very tight. So, yeah, it's going to be quite a race, I will say. Well, I agree, and I think there needs to be a sense of urgency. Listen, I know with the trade deadline, FJ, like, for example, like, a lot of fans want there to be trades right now. A lot of fans want the Yankees to make these moves. But right now, we truly don't know what teams are going to be sellers. We know the obvious ones. There's a few obvious ones, but there's a lot of contenders right now, and they're trying to see, and these teams are trying to contend. They're trying to be get in a wild card spot, the National League especially, and you never know what's going to happen. There's contenders right now, and there might be new contenders. You just don't know. So there's not going to be this action that we're all looking for, or some fans are looking for, until the trade deadline. That's when all the action is going to happen. And you all think the rest of the league is Burger King, have the Yankees was? No help out there now. Have it your way. Gregory Wayne, call me crazy, but Howell will have lost his mind to sign Soto to a huge money deal. We'll see. Soul Max, what's up, man? How's it going? The whole clubhouse is down. Someone or something has started it and needs to be addressed. Well, whoever that is, I don't know who. I couldn't tell you who it was. Someone or something, whatever. I think the injuries have plagued them. I think, I don't know if these guys are worn out or if they're tired. I wish I knew what the root of the problem was. I mean, a lot of people are blaming, a lot of fans are blaming Aaron Boone. A lot of their fans who are blaming Brian Cashman. But it's there. You got to hold some of the players accountable for sure. And there's some obvious names. It's not only moves. The intelligence team gets an F for a grade. They have their head into analytics and don't bother looking. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to get into the whole analytics thing, but they might be too focused on the freaking analytics, and there needs to be a blend, And I've interviewed a lot of former players recently, and some of them are agreeing that there needs to be a mix of, like, the old school and new school. You can't be totally focused on the analytics, because you gotta put eyes on the game. But I do agree. You got to focus on the weaknesses and stop focusing so much on the analytics. I think this team is focusing a lot on the analytics again, and I think it's ruining them. It's a seller's market for the deadline. Yeah. We will turn around. I hope so, Sean. I hope so. I want that positivity, man. We need it. What's my Orioles fan saying here? He's saying O's need another starter, and with Kimbrel as a closer, no game is a win. Orioles starting to roll. The main difference between the O's and Yanks is length of lineup. O's 7 through 8 deep, Yanks short lineup. Yeah, you're right, man. You hit the nail on the head, man. You hit the nail on the head. I don't disagree with you here. You are correct. You are correct. And thanks for bringing that perspective here. Appreciate you. The market for the guys the Yankees need will be, yeah. Well, and Tanner Scott, I mean, there's teams that are going to be super competitive, as far as getting Tanner Scott. If the Yankees are looking at getting Tanner Scott, I mean, they're going to have plenty of company. So the O's could be looking at him. We know the Orioles are probably looking at him. And I want to ask a question to the Back It Up Binge podcast. Do you think the Orioles could make a push for Garrett Crochet? Because the White Sox are going to be sellers. I wanted to ask you that question. I'm a Yankee fan, but you have to give credit to the Orioles and the Red Sox, who are now 7.5 games out. Yeah, exactly. The AL East, I mean, those are, I mean, the thing with the AL East is that you don't count any team out, especially the Red Sox. I mean, Red Sox are always going to be there, plain and simple. Yeah, I know, and it's pretty scary to think about. But real quick, I wanted to give quick shout out to all of you in the chat. Thank you for tuning in on this Saturday morning. I do greatly appreciate it, every single one of you. Make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with anybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And any support that you all give to this channel is also appreciated too. And I do thank you for it. And I'm on the road to 700 subscribers, folks. I'm not far away. So how awesome would it be if I was to hit that number today? That would be amazing. And also make sure you all are hitting the emojis at the bottom. It does help out with the live stream. And I do thank you for it. Orioles have the chips to deal with the deep farm. You are correct. Due to Yankees, not familiar with the Yankees farm. Crochet is the name I hear for the O's. I hope they land them. Yeah, Crochet is a name that's floating around big time. I'm sure the Orioles will try and make an offer for him, and you all have the farm system to offer, no doubt, to make a trade for Crochet. I know the Dodgers are looking into Crochet. There was also the Padres. I heard the Padres were looking into him as well. As far as do the Yankees have the farm system, they have an excellent farm system. It's just a matter of who they're willing to trade. I don't know who they're willing to trade. There's some untouchables in that farm system. But the Orioles have a deeper farm system than the Yankees do. I mean, you all have the number one farm system in all of Major League Baseball. Don't let them depress you, dude. Listen, at the end of the day, these players, win or lose, they're getting paid their millions. So, I mean, as a fan, it's frustrating, but it's frustrating to see. But I'm not losing any sleep over it. I was looking for, you could have Arias batting before Judge, Kyle Tucker, and Luis Robert Jr. Yeah, LB, I think you're trying to say Yankees couldn't spend their money elsewhere besides spending it on one player. I get that, but if Juan Soto signs with another team, a lot of this fan base is going to lose their minds. Clearly, the change needs to be management. Cashman, boom, bench coach right now. Well, I mean, Cashman's not going anywhere. As far as Osmus goes, I think he's not going anywhere. Boone, I mean, let's be honest. The Yankees have never fired a manager in the middle of the season. Now, they did fire Dylan Lawson last season, their old hitting coach, but I think that needed to happen. Could I see them firing Boone in the middle of the season? No. If it did happen, would I be shocked? Yes. But, crazier things have happened. But let's see. Oh, my guy, Christopher Cancel, fellow Mets. We got a Mets fan in the building. What's going on, bro? How you feeling about the Mets? Let me know. He's saying, I'm shocked. I thought you guys had it won. So did I. I don't know what's worse. You guys blowing a winning game or us getting blown 14-2. Depends on how you look at it. I mean, I think both are bad. I'll say that. I think the fact that the Yankees had it won, or they had the game in the bag, they had it. They were 1 out away. I mean, that's bad. But being blown 14-2, that's bad too. All right. Well, I didn't know that, but thank you for that. So, long time ago, 1978, I wasn't exactly alive. So, oh man. Ocean View Coffee Shop is in the building. Yeah, I know, bro. A lot of folks are in tears. I don't know who's going to be the manager. That's the question. Yeah, Christopher Castle. Listen, there's never going to be another Mariano Rivera. We can all stop dreaming about that. I don't think there will never be another Mariano Rivera closer. A lot of closers have tried. A lot of sports commentators, they've said this is the next Mariano Rivera. Nope. There was only one Mariano, and that's all there is to it. End of story. End of story. There's only one Mariano Rivera. Yeah, you could get close, but I don't think even close is even going to happen there, man. Yeah, I'll take a blowout loss. It's less heartbreaking. True. Luis Hill, that name's been discussed before. And what are we saying here? Boone is not the issue, just your 2 cents. Always busted every play. Stretch a single to a double. Volpe's play sums it up. Bob Lemon in True, Bob Lemon in 78. Yeah, no, you're right. Like I said, I was not alive in 78, but it's just from listening to sports news. The Yankees are not known to like fire managers, but Bob Lemon in 78 though. I did forget about that actually, but like I said, I was not alive during that time. But I'm going to talk about last night's game. So, as far as the bats, and then we'll talk about the pitching, obviously. So, last night's game, Ben Rice went 1 for 4. Juan Soto went 1 for 4. Judge went 0 for 4. Alex Verdugo 0 for 5. Gleyber Torres 1 for 2. And he got taken out of the game. And then you had Oswaldo Cabrera come in. He went 0 for 3. Austin Wells went 2 for 4. Volpe went 1 for 3. Grisham went 0 for 3. LeMahieu went 0 for 4. So all around, the bats were just horrendous. The bats were just freaking horrendous. That is bad. So the bats were horrendous. Nestor Cortes, obviously, he pitched a great game. He went, six innings, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 run. He gave up a run, gave up 3 hits. So he did his job. Nestor Cortes did his job. Then, Luke Weaver came in. He pitched well, right? He got himself out of a jam, 3 strikeouts, gave up a hit. And obviously Clay Holmes blew the save, and then Canely gave up that 2-run shot. So the bullpen, Luke Weaver was a bright spot. Obviously Holmes and Canely couldn't get it done. Just couldn't get it done. And and my guy Kevin with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. He's saying help get NFE to 700 subscribers before the All-Star break. Thank you so much, Kevin, for the super chat. Yeah, guys, let's get to – I'm trying to get to 700 subscribers. That would be awesome if I got there before the All-Star break. So looks like I am about 10 away from the 700 mark. And one way you could do it is just to share this channel out and tell folks to subscribe and tell your friends and your family members about it. That would be awesome. But Kevin, thank you for the $5 super chat. How Volpe isn't playing like next year. People need to stop calling. Frank, 100%, man. I'm sick. I'm sick of this whole, comparing current players to past players. It's like they did that with Volpe. It's like, oh, Volpe's the next Derek Jeter, or he's the next, or this player is the next, Paul O'Neill, the next Bernie Williams, or the next whoever. It's like, can we stop? Let them be their own version. Let Volpe be Volpe. There will never be another Derek Jeter. I mean, let's just stop. Fired in 79, replaced with Billy Martin again. Copy. Yeah. 3 runs is it wasn't enough to win, and they should have started more channels. Bring up AAA manager Spencer and Vivas right now. I don't know about I don't know if Spencer Jones gets brought up, but Vivas, I'd like to see him up. And Dev Finch, you started your own YouTube channel. Dev, put the link in the chat so everybody could go subscribe. So Dev Finch has been talking about starting his own podcast, his own YouTube channel. So Dev, put the link in the chat, and if you guys don't mind, go subscribe. What up, LI? I'm sorry, Aaron Boone and Michael Fishman need to be fired. Well, there's a lot of fans calling for them to be fired. Yo, Brian Gustin, what's up, man? Good morning, NFE, and everyone in the chat about to start our morning workout. All right, bro. We'll see you soon, my guy. We'll see you soon. Yeah, horrible loss last night, indeed. Yeah, I don't care for comparing players now to the players of the past. Let's stop. Oh, and folks, the lineup is out. I am going to post the lineup. So I'm glad that they did. I was hoping that the lineup was going to be posted. So let's see. let me post that here. Let me get to a few more of the comments. Yeah. Oh, and my man Grunt Baseball, salute to you, sir. How are you? 5 Alarm Panic. I am still in shock. You and me both there, my friend. You and me both. Guys, if you guys have not subscribed to Grunt Baseball, please make sure you subscribe to Grunt Baseball. He does a really good job over there. So shout out to you, Grunt Baseball. Appreciate you tuning in, man. It's not too late to make changes right now. Well, I don't know if it'll happen right now, but changes need to be made. Eric Wallace, what is up? And hopefully no Trevino. Yeah, I'll pull up the lineup here momentarily. Anthony Garcia, my bro, what's going on? Salute to you, sir. Or as you like to say, que lo que. We're getting guys on base. Yeah, Kevin, 100%. And Grunt Baseball, thanks for becoming a YouTube member, man. Thanks. Welcome to the Strike Zone crew. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Again, folks, I got memberships, super chats available. You can buy me a coffee. Thank you. And channel new sub. We'll catch you again. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And I'll check out your channel, man. Make sure. Appreciate you tuning in. Folks, I know this is mainly like a Yankees channel. We talk a lot of Yankees, but I welcome all fans, no matter what team you support, because I want to know how other fans feel about their teams that they support. So, yeah, all fans are welcome. I don't care what team you support. Come on in. Come join the channel. Let's talk. The problem is that their inability to hit with men. That's been a huge problem for these bats. Eric Wallace, what's up? Man, this chat is on fire. You guys are awesome. No worries, brother. I won't see the game live today, but I hope to get off the kayak to see a win. No doubt, Grunt Baseball. Well, you enjoy yourself there, bro. You enjoy yourself. Enjoy that day. Enjoy the sun. Hopefully, when you come back to some good news. But I am going to post this lineup, and some of you are going to be sad. I hate to say it, but some of you are going to be sad. Oh God! All right, well, I can't wait to read the comments. All right, so there's the lineup, folks. So Rice is leading off. Soto is DHing today. He'll be batting second. Judge playing right field, batting third. Verdugo at the number 4 spot, playing left field. Volpe batting fifth. He'll be at shortstop. Batting sixth, Trent Grisham at center field. Jose Trevino playing today. I know that's going to make a lot of fans unhappy. Batting seventh. And then Oswaldo Cabrera batting eighth, playing second base. DJ LeMahieu playing third base. Is it the greatest of lineups? Yeah, not really. But there, at least, there's no J.D. Davis. There's no Jahmai Jones. I'm sure if those two guys were playing, the Yankees fans would be throwing their laptops and punching the balls and breaking their TVs. So, I'm just trying to make some fun out of it here, folks. All right, we got to laugh a little bit, but man, look, this lineup, it is what it is. It is what it is. I would have loved to seen Austin Wells in there, but I think, he played last night, and usually Jose Trevino will catch for Cole. Although, on the same token, Trevino or Austin Wells did a good job catching for Austin Wells did a good job catching for Garrett Cole on Sunday, but yeah. So I know you're a Mariners fan. So yeah, Seattle did beat Toronto 2-1. It could have been a lot worse, no doubt. And can't even reach second base. Did you really? Oh boy, yeah. Oh my God. Everyone ready for 0 for 4 with 4 groundouts by DJ LeMahieu? Well, yeah, I'll be sitting down at least, so I won't be standing. I won't fall over. This joke did nothing. Yeah, stupid fans broke TV and laptop. Oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, let me know how you all are feeling about this lineup. I know people are going to complain about Jose Trevino, DJ LeMahieu, but some of these bats need to pick it up, though, right? And I'm not talking about LeMahieu and Trevino. I'm mainly talking about Verdugo, Volpe, like these two guys absolutely have to improve at the plate. They've been in a big slump. I wish I had an answer for you, man. I wish I had a connection with the New York Yankees front office, but unfortunately, I don't have that answer. Yeah, I went for a run yesterday. I'm definitely might go for another run today. Kidding. I know what you mean, though, D-Train. I know what you mean. It's actually a good scenario. At least it's not 4 strikeouts. Yeah. I think a lot of us would have lost it there, Anthony Garcia. I'm sorry for laughing, but I mean, it's better than me like going like, oh my God, why? Oh man, but yeah, there's no JD Davis, there's no Jahmai Jones playing, so Glaber's not playing today, obviously. So, oh man, yeah, I understand why you don't feel confident. Yeah, Jonathan, if they do, it'll be too late. Yeah, I mean, if they were to make any type of moves like that of calling some of their young guys up, calling some of their prospects, it would probably happen after the All-Star break. And I would hope they would make something like that, depending on how this freaking slump goes. You can't just give up on the team, man. You gotta still root for the team when they win or lose. It sucks when it's hard for them to root for them when they're losing or when they don't win games. Granted, I agree with that, but you got to be a fan, win or lose. Yeah, well, look, Garrett Cole's pitching today. His last outing against Toronto was a good one. Let's hope he has a good outing today. Let's hope with him on the mound, the players are pumped up. Cole is a motivator. So let's see what he does. With that being said, what are your predictions for Garrett Cole? Drop your predictions in the chat. Drop your predictions in the chat. Let me know what you all think. And make sure y'all are hitting the emojis at the bottom. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Share this channel out with anybody you know. And any support for the channel, as always, it is greatly appreciated. So drop your predictions for Garrett Cole. I think Garrett Cole, I have been there, the good and the bad. This is ugly, but yeah, exactly. I mean, we're going to continue. I mean, listen, regardless of win or lose, we're still going to be fans of this team. We're still going to tune into the games. We're still going to watch the highlights. We're still going to be talking about these guys. So, we're not going anywhere. The fans aren't going anywhere. Hey, if you don't want to support the team, don't attend the games, but you're still going to attend the games. You're still going to tune in. Plain and simple. It's frustrating, but it's just what they're going to do. I mean, that's just what fans are going to do regardless, right? But thank goodness I was going to the stadium every year during the dynasty. Oh, my God, those were some great years. Let's see. Jared Williams saying 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts. Cole, 7 innings, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. 6 innings, 3 walks, 2 earned runs, 8 strikeouts. Eric Wallace, Garcia, there aren't officially, and this is only a joke, fam. Something happens to another hitter in the outfield, it would mean Soto to the outfield and JD to DH. That's a boom. Yeah. Stupid question. Do you think any chance DJ being let go? Listen, he still has money on the books, right? He's got like another 30 million that he's owed, right? He's got 15 this year, 15 next year. Look, if the Yankees don't let him go, I wouldn't be shocked. But could I see the Yankees doing something like that? Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. You never know. You never know that they could shock us and cut DJ. They could. There's nobody really at third base. Who are you going to put at third base? I mean, who are you going to put? JD Davis? I mean, third base is kind of is a little bit of a weak spot for the Yankees right now, and hopefully the Yankees are pursuing something or somebody for third base. Yeah, I know you want him cut, and he could be. He could get cut. You never know. Yeah, DJ's best days are behind him. I mean, those injuries have hindered him so badly, but the Yankees front office, they need to figure out what they need to do for third base. I'd say maybe 5 or 6 Ks for Cole today might be more too. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Garrett Cole. I'm gonna go 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, and he's gonna give up 2 runs. 6 innings, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, gives up 2 runs. That's what I got. Yeah, well, would you rather? I mean, that's the thing. Who would you rather have at third base? Cabrera or DJ? Would DJ be better at second base? I mean, he is good at second base, but right now, though, does he still have the ability to play second base? Raziel the Great, good morning, family. How are you, man? That's right. Hit that like. Smack that like button. Don't smack it, just lightly tap it. Just lightly tap it. I'm going to look at the over-under for today's game, too, just to see what they're saying. I know Juan Soto and Aaron Judge are going to be starters. So they got the all-star nod. Man, I'm asking myself that same question. Why is Trevino in the lineup? Probably because Garrett Cole's pitching. I mean, that would be my guess. Let's see, who is today's pitcher a lefty? I'm just wondering. I mean, not that it matters. I don't care about the whole righty-lefty thing. No, when Kowski's a right-handed pitcher. I mean, Wells played last night. He could come in and pitch hit today. We'll see. They won't cut DJ because it will reflect badly on Cashman. DJ, Big, G, Donaldson, and Hicks are all Cashman. Yeah. Well, Giancarlo, prior to his injury, I mean, he was actually having a good year, and he's being missed in this lineup right now, and it's obvious. Donaldson, that was a bad trade, but that trade for Donaldson was just only to get rid of Gary Sanchez. Hicks, look, the guy, later on in his Yankees career, just did not play well because he got Tommy John surgery. He just wasn't the same again. Prior, he was actually good. At one point, he was good, Hicks. I'm not saying he was like great, but he was good. So, going ham on Twitter right now, this team is not serious about winning. Yeah. When DJ re-signed, I was happy. Didn't think he would decline this quick. Obviously, I was wrong. Yeah. I mean, who would have predicted that, though, about his injuries, right? The injuries is what plagued him. I mean, it's not like the guy just forgot to hit. The guy has his resume as far as hitting and playing good defenses. It's there. He's got the resume for it. Yeah, Verdugo's still in the cleanup spot, but the thing is, who do you put at cleanup right now? Right now, this team will lose 6-4. Okay, with 2 years and under $40 million remaining on his contract. This is true, Anthony. So maybe the Yankees could do the same with DJ. He's playing for a wild card, and that pisses me off. Well, listen. If the Yankees make it to the playoffs as a wild card team, they could still make it to the World Series, right? I'm not saying that they will, but they could still make it. 2023 World Series, 2 wild card teams made it, and the 2023 World Series champion was a wild card team. Just throwing that out there. Oh, and LI has his infamous trade proposal here. Trade Astros acquire Jameson Tyone. Yankees acquire left-hander. Oh, here we go with the Josh hater. They're not going to take on $19 million a year of Josh Hader. And I know you're not a Clay Holmes guy. I get it. But Cubs acquired Tommy Kahnle, DJ LeMahieu. Prospects Will Warren. Go check out that trade proposal, folks. It's Rice and walk Judge, Soto all game long. It's an easy dub. Yeah. Yeah, they have Trevino's number, all right. Yeah, I know he turns 36 next week. So, I mean, He's up there in age, no doubt. Over under is 9.5. All right, over under 9.5. What's the score, guys? What's your score predictions? No, he's not out for the year there, Christopher. He should be back, I would imagine, towards the end of this month or early part of August. I saw him. I did see a highlight of him like running on the field. So he's starting to rehab. So hopefully we see him back here soon. He's not out for the year though. Pasty, yeah. You came from Jason's channel. Welcome, man. Yeah, I saw you in the chat last night. Greatly appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Got to be in it to win it. Wild card is better than nothing. This is true. The fact Trevino is there, mind blowing too. I get it. Cole's pitching, but my goodness, yeah, no doubt, man. Raziel the Great, what are we saying here? Who do you put at cleanup? Grisham, who has more pop in his bat at this point. We need to try everything, just anything. Yeah, I mean, I guess, but if the thing is, it's going to go back to this whole thing of like the lineup looking different. But at this point, why not? Like, why not test it out? What do we got to lose right now, right? But nope, they love being the definition of insanity. Yeah. No. In baseball, when you're late in your 30s, well, you don't improve. I mean, you hope to still play well, right? You do decline, unfortunately. All athletes decline. The best of them do. It's just, it is what it is. It's part of reality. Let's play hard. That's right, Pasty. Tell him what's up. I'm going to call Stan running. Well, I know, Raziel. I got you. But what are your guys' score predictions for today's game? 7-2. Cole goes 5 innings. All right, so we're on the over on the 8.5. I think that I'll say if the Yankees do win, I'm gonna go 6-5. Anthony, what's up, man? And your honest opinion for the bullpen? What's the weaker part of it? The front end or the middle, back end? It's just weak overall right now. There's a few bright spots. I mean, I'd say, because the only bright spots really like Luke Weaver, Michael Tonkin, those guys have been doing well. So I think they need some. It's all around. It's pretty bad because in their last 20 games, the bullpen has been the ERA is 5.33. Hopefully, with some of the reinforcements coming back, this bullpen will be better. But the middle is fine. Like you got Luke Weaver. He's been great. Tonkin's been great. They need some better arms though. So the front end needs some better arms. The back end, it's better. You're saying Cole shoves 10 strikeouts? I like that. I hope to see that from Cole. Do you think we'll be pitching in the same way he pitched against us? If you're talking about Garrett Cole, I hope not. I hope he pitches like he did against the Blue Jays on Sunday. And we do need some swing and miss stuff, Pasty. You're absolutely correct. In order for you guys to get a great closer, I think you guys are going to have to give up some of that top part of your system. Yeah, I mean, if they're trying to get a top closer, but who's that top closer that they would go after? I mean, that's the question. I don't know. I don't know who that is. And are they willing to give up a top part of their system? That's the other question. Is it truly that difficult to switch Holmes and Weaver? I just don't get it. Would we all not have had more confidence with Weaver talking in the ninth? I know we all would. Yeah, but I mean, they brought in Clay Holmes to close the game. He's the closer. He's out there to do his job. He didn't get the job done, unfortunately. So, but is Tonkin and a Weaver a better option than Clay Holmes? You all tell me. I don't, I like their roles as of right now, but who would either one of those guys do a better job at the closer role? I really think we can make Holmes the setup and Weaver the closer for now. Okay, so you're saying closer for Weaver. I know this Judge will not win a championship. Yeah, well, let's hope that's not the case. He deserves one. Deserves plenty, actually. Your bullpen or how it works. But I see Hill as maybe a reliever, a potential closer. Just my thought. What do I think? Hill has been discussed amongst fans of going back to the bullpen, which is entirely possible. And him being a potential closer, it could be. He could potentially fit in that role. Yeah, they're not going to trade Spencer Jones. Holmes doesn't have the swing and miss stuff. Can't rely on contact when you're a closer. Hopefully Yankees win 5-1. Okay. That loss really hurt the last night. Yeah, Ollie. Yeah, I agree. No, I hear you. I hear you. Baseball is baseball. Swap it out and try it out. Give Clay a mental reset. Mental reset how? Like, what do you mean by mental reset there, Pasty? Like, take him out of the closer role and put somebody else in? Or what do you mean by mental reset? At the beginning of the season, pitcher coach was getting lots of credit for pitchers. What must have changed? Well, right now they got some arms that are hurt, But as far as with this current pitching staff, I think it's just other teams I think are figuring it out. So, look, I know a lot. Boone's getting a lot of blame, right? So here's my question now: the pitching staff with how they've been performing as of late, should Matt Blake be getting a lot of blame? I mean, should he be fired? Do they need to get a new pitching coach? I'm not saying yes, but I'm asking. My answer is no, but I want to ask that question. Yeah, well, that's on Judge. Then Mason Miller, Tanner Scott, Paul Sewald. Yeah, Mason Miller. Listen, they're going to have to give up. They're going to have to give up a lot to get Mason Miller. Tanner Scott. There's a lot of teams that are going to be after him. Paul Sewald. Yeah, I mean those are some names. Yeah. Well, some of those saves that he blew were also bad defense from the infield. Exactly. Give Clay a mental break. He cannot handle the stress of the ninth lately, and maybe the seventh or eighth will allow him to chill a little. Could be. Correct swap with Weaver. Okay, so put Weaver in the closer role. I got it. And Matt Blake is the GOAT. All right. Yeah, I like Matt Blake. I love Matt Blake. I just wanted to throw that question out there just to, somewhat stir things up a little bit and just get everybody else's thoughts. I will say my proposed trade is that who cares what we're helping the Astros fills the Astros needs. But is DJ going to be able to get traded? Because isn't he a 5'10" guy? That's my other question as far as DJ goes. Is a no-go, one game away from Tommy John, and that's my concern with guys like Mason Miller. Cooper, what's up? I'm not going to lie, my guy. I'm not watching this team, and for a good 2 weeks after yesterday, that might have been one of the most painful games I've ever watched. Bro, you know what? I understand if you don't want to watch them, that's all on you. I understand your frustration. Yeah, DJ's a 5'10" guy, so he could veto any time if they try to trade him, right? So their approach is terrible. So many guys at the bottom keep pulling off on every pitch. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Yolo. We talked about Volpe going to the All-Star game. That seems like it was ages ago. Yeah. Well, I mean, Volpe was, I don't know if he is going to go to the All-Star game as like a backup or anything like that, but I didn't think he was going to get the start just because of Gunnar Henderson. I mean, Gunnar Henderson's an excellent shortstop. Well, if that's the case, then they'll probably cut him if he's not going to accept the trade. Who's comparing Luis Hill to Mariano? I sure as hell is not. I didn't see a comment. Oh, this one? I could see Hill like a Mariano Rivera case struggled as a starter but dominated as a closer. Yeah, I mean Hill is not going to be Mariano. Hill will never be Mariano. No closer will be Mariano. But I think I know what you're trying to say. Stephen B is saying lineup looks good except for maybe Trevino. Bad day night. Wells needs a day off. Yeah. From winter meetings until the last game. That's a true fan. As frustrating as it is, baseball is exhausting. It is. It's definitely a mentally draining sport. You like Holmes and Weaver, but I think Clay would be a better setup man, and Weaver would be a great long relief. Yeah, but then who's your closer though? That's my question. But yeah, let me go ahead and just take this off the screen here because we'll continue the conversation for a little bit longer, and then I'll wrap it up so soon. That is. But yeah, make sure you all hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with anybody you know, hit the emojis. Any support that you all give to this channel, it is greatly appreciated, and I do thank you for it. Today was determined something interesting because if the Sox run wild, Nicole will have issues with Trevino catching him. Let's just hope that's not the case. So I'm saying get Scott or Miller. I don't know about. Look, I like Mason Miller. Like he's got some fire stuff, but it's like I forgot. I think it was Pasty that said it. He's one pitch away from Tommy John, and I don't want that. I would love to get to Scott, but there's going to be a lot of competition from. If the Yankees get him, great. How everyone can see Volpe opens up his hips on the swing, but the dugout cannot. I don't know. That's the problem with Ron being in AAA. We don't have a long reliever, and he hasn't produced this year as of late. Yeah, Ron Marinaccio, man, I don't know what happened to him. I agree. We don't need Mason Miller. Unless you all move to Miami. Yeah, facts. Nosebleed section. I agree. But oh man. Yeah, anytime, Kevin. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to do a show this morning because, like I said, I didn't do a pregame yesterday because I had some things that I had to take care of. So I was like, here, let me do one this morning. But I will be ending it here shortly because there's things that I need to take care of this morning. Honestly, do they improve after the All-Star break? The only way they improve is they need to make some changes to the roster, man. So that's calling up some of the guys from the minor leagues that can help this team, right? Does it improve? I don't know, but something has to happen. Something has to happen. Like they can't continue with the same guys. They're not going to improve before the break, but you can bet your house. I don't see it happening before the break. But if this team, look, like I said earlier in the live stream, if this team all of a sudden like loses the rest of their games before the All-Star break, that's got to be a wake up call. If that's not a wake up call, I don't know what is. Best starting rotation in MLB. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the starting rotation. It's been bad, but their bats have been worse. Their bats have been atrocious. I mean, the pitching hasn't been the greatest either, but the bats have been terrible. Coaches don't understand this short porch also helps righties. Yeah. You understand what Pacey's saying, but worrying about something that hasn't happened yet when Mason is going to cause our Yankees to Yeah, but the thing is though, if it happens, right? If it happens, it's we all know Yankees fans, they're gonna complain. Oh, they traded for Mason Miller. Oh, now he's getting Tommy John surgery. They should stop trading with Oakland. Also blew saves this year. Yes, he did. Saves do get blown. We got Clay from the Pirates, and he wasn't great, but Matt Blake is that was a cash move, yeah, and is playing a lot better. Yeah, and if I'm not Keenan Middleton, yeah, he's hurt, I think. But you know what? When Middleton was here last season, he actually wasn't too bad. He actually did okay. I don't know what the Yankees fans are complaining about. Houston went through the same thing early in the season. Now look at them. Yeah. Are you Willard? Are you a Astros fan? I'm just wondering. Has Soto ever been part of a team that has imploded like this? I mean, I don't know about imploded, but I mean, he was a part of the 2023 Padres that weren't great. They had a team full of all-stars and had nothing to show for it. A no-hitter? Yeah. I'm not sure if the prospects are ready yet. Didn't you say that they need more time? Well, depending on who we're talking about, Christopher. What do you mean if and if they're going to lose the next 8? I mean, if you feel like they're going to lose the next 8, then, well, I guess we could throw in the towel for before the All-Star break, right? Got you. All right, Willard, Astros fan. How are you feeling about the Astros right now? Let me know, man. Yeah, anytime, Eunice. Anytime. Anytime. I always say bring on your views, bring on how you're feeling. Bring it on. Mason, that blows. Right, but I'm saying, I don't know if I want the Yankees to take that risk with him because if I'm not mistaken, he's had some injury history. Yeah, if they're going to slump, I'd rather them slump now, but the slump can't last forever either, Pasty. I know, I hear what you're saying, though. Yeah. And Yankees fans hoping they meet in ALCS again. It would be a classic. You feel pretty good about them? All right. All of them? I mean, look, they could bring up Vivas. He could fill in for second base. They could also bring up, Peraza is a choice. They need to play him. He's got some great defense. Those two guys have been playing well. Jack Neely, who's one of their star relievers, he could be brought up. I mean, these are three names that could potentially be brought up. There's a lot of talk about Augustin Ramirez, one of their catchers. Can Rice be our first baseman? Will the defense get better with reps? I don't mind seeing Rice as being our first baseman. Absolutely. No, it's not going to be easy. That their whole July schedule is going to be is difficult. If you're only 3 games over 500 by the deadline, then they might have to consider something that many people won't like to hear. They might have to trade Soto just to build the farm back up. Yeah. Oh boy, if Soto gets traded, there's going to be a riot in New York. Ain't over till it's over. I watch. Hey, well, just watch your blood pressure, man. Yeah. Let's hope so, Stephen B. Yeah. No, okay. I mean, so he's got a hit injury history. I mean, yeah, it's on his non-throwing shoulder, but I don't know, man. They don't wake up soon. Not only lose the season, they might lose Soto in free agency. There is that possibility too. Yes. I don't know why we don't trust him. You got to ask the Yankees that question. If Houston gets Vlad Jr., you put him or Walker or Cody Bellinger with Altuve and Bregman and Tucker. Yeah, I mean, no doubt, Willard. They could be a scary team, the Astros. When you look at Will Warren, would you say he's up your starter? You say he's your starter, or do you think he eventually has to move to the bullpen? I mean, he's I know recently, I want to say he's been playing better as of late. Um, he could be a guy that could get called up too. I mean, if you remember, he was in competition with Luis Hill to get uh, the spot in the starting rotation because Cole got hurt, and Luis Hill beat him. But Will Warren could be a guy that could get called up. Yeah, for Vlad, I mean, the haircut might have been a coincidence. I don't know if the Yankees would consider Vlad. I mean, they have a first baseman in Ben Rice. I mean, they have TJ Rumfield in the minor leagues. Third base is the big need as far as infield goes, and second base needs to be addressed too. Well, okay. So there you go. Miller missed a few months with an elbow issue last year. I just don't want Mason Miller. He's got some hard stuff, yes, but no, thank you. Yeah, yeah. You got to use some humor, no doubt. You got to laugh. Well, if no player is going to help this team at the deadline, then I guess there's no point for the Yankees to make any moves. Then I'm just throwing that out there. But anyway, folks, look, I appreciate every single one of you tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all of your guys' support, all you guys and gals. Thank you for your continued support. I'm going to end it here. So make sure you all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share this channel out with anybody you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And any support that you all give to this channel is also appreciated too. So thank you all for tuning in. I will be live tomorrow. All right. So I will be live tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. So I hope to see all of you there. I was thinking about going live for the post game, but I don't know that I will go live. I'm going to be a little busy this afternoon, but I will see you all tomorrow though for sure. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Yankees are playing tomorrow evening. And if that's the case, I'll do a live stream tomorrow at noon, and I'll do a pregame as well. So thank you all for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. Let's go, Yankees. Get this freaking win. Get out of the damn slump. All right. But yeah, we'll have another therapy session tomorrow. And y'all enjoy your Saturday. Have a good weekend. Be safe out there. Let's go, Yankees.